Okay, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about something called sampling variability. What you're looking at here is a list of SAT scores that students got at a particular school. And so let's just look at a part of the data. If we were to circle this data point here, the number 4 means it was the fourth subject, the fourth person whose SAT score I recorded, and the 700 next to them, this 700 means they got a 700 on the math section of their SAT. And let's look at another one. So let's say I go over here and I look at person 110 and they have a 770. That was the 110th student that we interviewed, and their score on the math section of the SAT was 770. Sampling variability refers to the fact that if we were going to take a random sample, say of n equals 30 students from this list that we've created, that when you use some kind of random number generator in a calculator and you start to pick people off this list, you're going to get random numbers given to you. And when you're all done, you've got them all, maybe you'll compute an average, or an X bar, for your 30 people. And maybe your average for your 30 people turns out to be 610. And that would be just you doing your sample by yourself. Statisticians sort of have a problem, and the problem they have is that maybe you have a friend who's also looking at this data with you, and they also pick 30 numbers randomly off the list, but when they do that, they get different people than you do because they're using random int on their calculator maybe to pick a group, and when they pick their 30 people, they don't get the same exact 30 people you do. Maybe they get a few people that are the same, but then you can see that there's some data points circled in black that are not the same as the other data points that you have circled in green. So what does that mean? It means that when they compute their X bar, it might not be the same as yours. They might get an X bar of say 620.333 or something. And this is the idea of sampling variability. Every statistician, when they go and do their random sample of 30 people from a population and compute their X bar, the problem they're going to have is that their X bar is not necessarily going to be the same as their friend's X bar. So next what we're going to do is going to go to a new video and look at a way to deal with this. And so every time you're doing an X bar by yourself, you can find this thing called a confidence interval, which helps you estimate where you think the true population mean is. Thanks for listening.